for all committee members, who, by the way, last I checked, all do represent local communities such as mine, so I'm not going to say the obvious things. But I am here to represent the city of Bangor. My name is Dave Neely with Bangor City Council. I have the distinct opportunity to be able to speak to the nexus of revenue sharing. But first I want to talk about the name. We all know that it's really not revenue sharing in the way it's been incited by this administration and some of my very own party. I am a Republican, by the way. And I'm rather disgusted by the way they talk about it as welfare to the communities. Welfare payments to the communities, maybe some of you have heard about that. Well, last I checked, it was the city of Bangor that actually created about $80 million in sales tax revenue and gave it to the state. You may not remember the day the Brinks truck came down, but that was just for last year. And supposedly under the revenue sharing law that over 40 years ago was implemented, with, by the way, sound thinking that indeed diversifying revenue streams that the state had would relieve some of the burden on property tax payers for this increased economic activity. So certainly there's some credence to those who did determine that some of the monies that we produce in our communities should actually stay in our communities. Imagine that. That's another reason I'm upset with the Republicans in regard to what they're talking about. Since when do we as Republicans talk about taking away from producers and redistributing income? Not just to the point where we would allow maybe a fraction to stay in the host community that provides that economic activity, but to the point where we're not even allowing them a sliver, and now we're talking about elimination of them even having a small tick of the investments they have made to create the economic activity that the state benefits from. And I have, obviously, you all have in front of you the testimony, which does have facts speaking to Bangor's role in sending money to Augusta. We do it in a wide variety of ways. We've diversified our revenue stream. As you all know, we also have slot revenue that comes to the state, and actually more of it comes to the state than the city of Bangor. We have done all we can in an area that's the largest geographic region of poverty east of the Mississippi. We've heard the folks from Washington County, Aroostook County, Piscataquis County. We are a service center in the largest geographic region of poverty east of the Mississippi. We're doing everything we can to create economic activity from within Bangor and hope that it can spread and help the greater region. Our fire department is not just our fire department. Our service center host for a variety of nonprofits are not just for Bangor and Bangor citizens. It helps support a whole part of the state that is truly in need for the fall-off of forestry, farming, fishing, manufacturing, and traditional industries. I think most of it is obvious, and I hope that people do take the time to read this. I thank you for your efforts in representing the people of the great state of Maine. Any questions?
Thank you. Seeing none.
Thank you.